stay in my line. As long as my dogs stay by my side, yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die.
Much appreciated, Coach. Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in Northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. This time to the tailback. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 99. Check 99. Go.
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Washington.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. And they give this time to the tailback. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Ready, ready. 90 Wolf.
Hey, watch the slant. Shoot.
Kill. Let's go.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch the twist. SOS.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Check hands here. Check 43. Deuce. Slam. Check.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That's for right sideline here is complete. There he goes, right side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there. 78 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Second down, Haskins. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Let's get the 7.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He sets to fire deep. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
General West.
36. Check nickel. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Kill. Switch.
Shoot.
On second down, it's Ingram. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Ready? 60 yards.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready? 8 read.
Me. Under 10. 10. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Ready, ready.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ready? No game on this defense. No game. Strong right. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Rush in. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
On 2nd down now, Combs trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Watch tight ends right. Everyone's got 4 down.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check the backer.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to look deep for Moore. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Get wide. Whip. Watch the whip.
On first down, it's Haskins. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Undercut. He's coming. We got double up. Watch that. Rotate. Spell.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Hey. 4 down.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 16. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Haskins will throw. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check 50. Check 50. 20. Go. Check 25. Check 25. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Go now. 18 Gator.
Check the outs. Check the
Hey.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. Right there. 56.
Yeah.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now he'll escape to his left. He'll run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Check three. Watch the slant. Check your hot read. '24 is the mic. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Let's go. Come on. Bang, 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 bang.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Yeah, this is taken at the 23. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Check, right.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their... So 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Check 9, check 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
57, Mike 57. Go. Watch the safety.
On 3rd down, Haskins. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Let's go. Hey, let's go, dude. Let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Check 4, check 4. Shift. Kill. Switch.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. From the gun, Haskins on third down. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go, boys. Go. First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 30-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's see what you got. Back. Watch twist.
To throw is Jackson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard
line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Ready.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
X3, 218, chopper.
Mike, 52. Hey.
Go.
Watch Mike. Let's go.
Here's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Mike's 50. You go night. Don't go night.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of 22.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking middle, and that's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Come on, D. 52's the mic.
Jackson looking to throw on third. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Ready? Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Check 26. Check
Ingram. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the Redskins.
Ingram again. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They'll run on first down. Ingram not able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
On second down, it's Ingram. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3.
Brings up second and 3 at the 35-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a second and 3. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. from the 35 on second down. Haskins looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
56. Mike, 56 right
now.
56. All day, dogs. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Fire.
Throwing again. Jackson is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. And to give this time to the tailback. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Kill, kill, kill. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. Hey, let's get top up.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
Bandit. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check.
Now they try the right side here. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, high 7.
That's trash.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Set, ready? 15, line it. 15 line.
Jackson on first down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Throwing is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering. me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish.